What's going on, family? It's your girl, Des Nicole. That is Des with a Z. And I got my sis Mouse with me. You already know you're listening to the OK Sis podcast. Let's do this. Mouse, what's up?
You already know what it is. I'm back in Ohio as usual, out here doing the best that I can. We got a album review to do, right?
Album review today.
Okay.
I'm ready for this.
Let me get my bearings because I'm excited about this person. I've been talking about this person for a while. Like, in the group chat, I'm like, she's about to drop an album.
Yo, you
She's going
anticipated
to
this for a
drop an
minute.
album. I've been talking about this for a minute. Today, we're talking about our girl from Chicago, Mute. Name is spelled MVTE, but it's pronounced Mute. All right.
What's
A lot of
funny
people
is
can't
on the
pronounce her name for some reason. I guess my ADHD made me catch it real quick.
man, I was one
But
of them. I remember we was talking about the playlist on the last episode, and you said mute, and it clicked, and I was like, "That's how you say that girl name." Like, I even text my homegirl from Chicago, like, "How do you say this artist's name?" Like, because, and I'll say this because she did this on her album too, where I'm a huge fan of using different kind of letters and numbers and stuff, but for some reason that one just
hmm
flipped because typically people use a V instead of an A, and you was like, "It's not mate." And I was like,
hmm
"Oh, mute makes sense. Mute makes sense." But yeah, I'm excited to get
she said
into
it's not mate.
your psyche about this one because you've been talking about this artist for a good little minute. So shout out to Mute, shout out to the OKSIS platform and playlist because I get to discover new artists and new music, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Yes, she's actually somebody that quite as it's kept. I've been following on TikTok since like 2022, 2023-ish. She had dropped this joint called Fish and Chips a while back. And she did the video. I think she actually went to the UK and did the video. She was in like the little phone booth, the red phone booth or whatever.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
If y'all don't know what Fish and Chips sound like, y'all need to go look that up. Fish and Chips by Mute. That was the first song that got me like, all right, we got something
What was it
here.
about her that made you like continue listening to her though?
Honestly, I really liked her voice and her flow style. Her flow style is very unique. She kind of reminds me of Q-Tip in the voice, like a
Mm,
woman version of Q-Tip. Very,
okay.
very similar sound. But like just the way she be rapping. And then also on TikTok, she drops a lot of like loose freestyle type verses. And her one of her sticks is whenever she drops a song, that slow zoom filter where it like slowly zooms to your face and makes it closer or whatever. She would be just spitting her songs as it slowly zoomed in her face. And that was kind of like her thing. And I would just see her on the timeline all the time. So like honestly, her execution with like promoting herself and just her
Mm,
unique sound really kind of made me latch on for real. And honestly, I was just looking for more shorties up north, Midwest. You know what I'm saying? We don't have a lot of women in rap up north and Midwest that actually the women of the South and the West Coast are dominating, to put it
yeah,
plainly.
yeah.
So I was just happy to have a Midwestern affiliate up in that motherfucker. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. And I think it's really important you mentioned the way that she promotes herself because, like, nowadays, the music industry has changed so much because of technology and because there's people are
hmm
finding out new ways and, like, platforms like TikTok, Instagram, like, it's all about distributing, like, distribution, finding the simple ways of, like, how can I do my craft, but get it out to the masses consistently? Because some people, they go away for
hmm
a minute to work on their project, and then they come back, but by the time you come back, 50 other niggas done drop something that's doing something. So you really do have to do more to keep yourself in people's algorithms and in their face and putting your music in their airwaves. So yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
would
hate the
definitely
way
say,
social media forces people to like creatives to promote themselves.
yeah. And I'm thankful, like,
Sorry,
TikTok, and
sis.
I saw, no, you're good. Um, Instagram is doing it now too, where when you come across a song, you can automatically add it to your Spotify playlist, like your likes. And I'm thankful for that because sometimes I'm like, damn, like, what's the name of this song or who is this artist? Now you can just push a button and it's right there in your likes. So yeah, yeah. Let's get
I
into this album
appreciate
that she
that
just
as
dropped
well
though.
because it's so much content that be flooding through. But yes, we got Mute with her album is called Starter. There's an 8 in it. So she's doing that different
Threw me off
character
again.
for the right character thing right there.
Yeah.
So it's
So I
called
was like,
Starter.
I didn't know if the 8 was like, because when I use the letter 8, it's like for great or something like that, and it's I don't know, man. She be messing me up. I ain't even gonna hold you. This is definitely an artist that like I have to pay extra attention to, or I would
Mhm.
miss the greatness and the message with what she got going on. So
Right. She kinda threw me for a loop there too on that one, I ain't gonna lie. I didn't catch it at first until I seen, like, the cover art was, like, her on a track and field setting or whatever. I'm like, "Oh, she's a starter. Okay." Like
and then one of her songs, because she does it again, so I was like, "Okay, Star." Like, the name of the song is Star, spelt with the A.
Right.
I don't know, mute. Whenever we do this interview with you, girl, you're gonna have to break this down of what you're doing with the letters and the numbers, because I wanna know, I wanna see, I wanna get a better understanding. Because again, it took me for a loop of like, but again, you gotta listen to
I
the
feel like
music
there's a
to
story
understand where she's
behind
coming
why
from.
she does that.
No, for real, and even I would say with Starter, right? At
Yeah,
first,
this
I was like,
starter.
"Okay,
So it's a 10-track joint, right?
is she going for shooter?" Because she looked like she's shooting something with a scope on the album cover. So I was just like,
Yeah.
I don't know too much. I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna listen to it. Mouse is yapping about Shorty for a good little minute, obviously. And you're the type of person, I feel like I love hearing your perspective on music because you go beyond the artist. You want to know who all was a part of this project. Let me know who producing this track, what their name is, what they getting into. And you even went into mentioning me on threads like, "Sis, you gotta listen to this thing. Like, this is the one you told me I was gonna be doing stink faces and all of that." Some of the tracks I
Mhm.
did, but I would say this is an album that did have to grow on me. I did have to run it through a couple of times because it wasn't about her flow. It's about her distinct sound. But again, once you really get used to how she sounds, I'm like, Shorty can rap. Like, this ain't a rapper. This is an artist for real. Like, and it's
Right? She be barring
introspective.
it up.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So, you know, my question that I always like to ask you whenever we talk about projects, what's your top tracks? What took you for a loop?
Speak. Number 7.
Okay. Number 7. Let me see. Let
A,
me see. Let me see.
A,
Let me see.
A. This camera on me. Um, Shy Nico. That's the producer. I got my eyes on you. That beat is nasty. My God. I lost my mind with that track. I ran that bitch back for a solid 30 minutes. Speak is
Nice.
my top track. Gold Teeth and Ah Yeah is 2 and 3, but they number 1 and 2 on the track list. So they were like her first singles. Then was just like
Yeah.
they were hard off rip. But when I heard Speak, I was like, "Whoo,
Exclamation
yes,
point. It's speak all caps with the exclamation point, just to let y'all know. But I would say I seen that she did the waterfall method. She did drop 2 tracks before she gave us the full album. And I would say you mentioned this earlier. This album got a little bit of everything on it. That was another
hmm
reason why I had to listen to it a couple of times because like you're not just gonna get one style. You're not gonna at one point I was like, what genre is this? And I appreciate that because again, like I feel like
right."
to me, when I listen to this project, this was an artist that was making a statement of like, okay, I might have been doing this for a while, but this is like, I feel like this would have been an album that some people like would title their name. So I love how
hmm
she put starter. And I feel like she could have put whatever her real name is, honestly. This was one of those albums that was, I feel like was a defining moment of like, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I stand for. If you didn't know who I was before, like you finna get it all in these 10 tracks. Here you go. Chew on that shit. So,
Yeah. And it's a nice little, you know what I'm saying? It's a good chunk of songs. Each song is anywhere between like 2.5 to 3.5 minutes. So it's probably under 45 minutes in total. You know, it's a
mhm.
nice little ride. It honestly, the way that it's like it bounces around, it starts one way and ends another way. It kind of reminds me of Detour. Samara Sin in
Mm,
that essence, how it
okay.
started off one way and then transitioned
Yes.
into a whole different vibe. Like,
So,
it
you
kinda gave
know,
me them vibes as I was listening to it.
100%. Samara Sen is honestly somebody that I wrote down because I know every time we do like some kind of review on somebody, I'd be like, I could hear them with this person, or I could, if I was DJing, I would mix this track with this track. I wrote down Samara Sen. I'm trying to remember which song specifically, but there was a song where I was like, yo, if she sung this to Samara Sen, we would be in trouble. Cause they kind of have
Was it? Is it
similar,
that song
they
"Start" with Maggie
it
Merlin?
could, let me see, because I don't know. I just got their names side by side, and I kind of felt like whatever we had on the one of our previous playlists put me in the mind of Samara Sen. And then when I listened to her album all the way through, again, it came back up. But I will also say, like, listening to this album, I did a little research, and one of her influences was Missy Elliott, and I could tell. And I feel like they do this thing with their voice
Mhm.
where, like, only those who have mastered their voice can do, and I don't know if that makes any sense, but it's just like,
That
I
makes a
can
whole lot
play
of sense.
I can play this way because I already know the fundamentals. I'm comfortable with my voice. I know my
Mhm.
style. This my pocket right here. I'm sitting in my pocket. But there's something that she does with her
Exactly
voice that
that.
Samara Sen does as well. Like, nah, this my comfortability. Like, put me in, coach. I'm gonna shoot from the elbow real
That's
quick.
period. That's a testament to somebody that has practiced their craft for a very, very long time and has gotten used to, like, of course, like you said, they're in their pocket. So you can't, it's like a chef. You can't start playing around with the seasonings if you don't know the fundamentals of what you're doing from the beginning. You gonna produce some
Mhm.
trash. It's gonna be disgusting.
Mhm.
But if you know the basics of what you need for this specific dish to shine, you can add your little extras to make it a habanero, mango, spicy, hot version. You feel me? Because you know how to make those flavors meld. And when you know how to spit, when you are comfortable in the way that you rap and you're comfortable in the way that you write and you know how to attack a beat, playing with your voice is second nature. Like the
Mhm.
greats be
It's
doing
like
stuff
you
like that.
can now. You can do it now, and I feel like that's why we can appreciate not only the artist, but the production of everything too, is because of like not only are your lyrics good because she's a lyricist, she's an MC, I would say. Like I'm excited to see her music in the next 5 years. Cause right now
Mhm.
I'm just like, well dang, but when I look back, I can only go as far as 2022. And I'm like, if you already doing this with your voice, I can only imagine how much room you're gonna have to play with if you're mastering your voice already and you already got a good pen game. And from what I hear you speaking on, it's introspective. Like you're already
Mhm.
giving us we already know that you're aware of who you are, where you come from, what you want to do and your purpose. So I can only imagine within the next 5 years what you're gonna be doing, girl. Like that's all I gotta say.
I
I would
actually
say
I see great things coming from her in the next 5 years. Absolutely. I agree with you on that.
mhm, yeah. My top 5 tracks, I would say these days. That was my first one listening through it. I
That's a
was
good
like,
one.
"Wait a minute, wait a minute, ooh, I love the lyrics." I love listening to artists that tell my story, if that makes any sense. I'm like, damn, that's so relatable. Like, okay, cool. I love
Mhm.
how you told what you told. And then I heard options, and I'm just like, oh, dang, now I gotta redo my list.
That's how I
Because
felt
again,
about
like,
Happy Days or Happy for Me. I mean, Happy for
yeah.
Me hit me right in the gut. And I had seen a video that she had posted explaining like her headspace of where she was when she wrote that. And I was like, dog, I felt that. Like, I felt that so hard, so many times, even within this whole OK Sis process since we started, like
Mhm.
just being able to see who be playing in your face as far as support is concerned, or like, are you genuine when you are happy for me type shit? Like, I felt that song. That was probably, if I had a top five, that was number four on my top five. Happy for me. See, that
Okay.
one kind of hit home.
I would say so it went from these days, option, me more, God did, and then I had to go back and put Big Soda. I feel like I listened to Big Soda, but when I listened to it the second way through, I'm like, wait a minute.
I
Like, wait
love
a
that she used a queer male MC for her feature. That made my
Oh,
heart
yeah, Futures was
smile.
A1.
Oh
Futures was
my
A1 on
God.
here. Futures was A1 for sure, for sure.
His
That
Joseph Chilliams, I love that she picked him as her feature simply off the fact that it's such a negative stigma on queer black men. And I love seeing a queer black man rapper just flourish
yeah,
and be unapologetically them in their lyrics. And that should still be hard as hell. Like regardless of how you feel, that shit was hard, bro. You
yeah,
can't be mad about the type of lyrics he's rapping. That shit was hard, bro. You can't
yeah.
lie. Like
But that's the thing, like, that's what I'm saying of, like, when you have done your part as a starter, shit, that's what her thing is about. When you have done your part as a team player, it leaves room for other people to play and to play well as well. Like, it's
Mhm.
kinda like a little alley hoop, like, "Alright, I know what I could do with this, but I ain't gotta shoot every single time. Like, let me give you an assist real quick." And I think that he was able to shine because you got somebody that knows how to do their part and to be able to leave room for other people to breathe on a track.
Mhm.
So I think again, like I'm excited to see what else comes from this. This was a 31-minute album. And you got all kind of sounds. You got all kind of things happening with the production. I mean, the last track on there, God Did, is low key 2 tracks. I
Yeah,
told you earlier, I
I
had to
was
check my
wondering
phone and be
too.
like,
Like where is I Can't Lose because she dropped it as a video single and it wasn't on there. And I'm like, God Did was playing and I was rocking with it. And then the doom, doom, doom happened at the end of that. I was like, oh, a 2 for 1.
and I low key don't want to separate them because if you really listen to God Did, I Can't Lose make sense.
Mm-hmm.
It's the perfect setup and like,
The
damn,
perfect
shorty, you
ending.
ended your I would have thought you would have started your album with these tracks, like a good setup of like, okay, this is what I'm standing on, this is what I believe in, this is why I can't lose. But for her to end her tracks with God Did and I Can't Lose, honestly, this the prequel to something great. This whole album is probably like the appetizer.
It was a nice little bow to
Mhm.
tie it up.
Mhm. I really wanna ask
Yeah.
her questions about, like, what made her choose the order in which her tracks went in, and even the 2 singles she dropped before she gave us the whole album, like, I wanna know all of that. I'm trying to know all of that.
I want to know like her process of picking her features because she really didn't she
Mhm,
only had what 2 features? Joseph
mhm.
Chilliams and Maggie Merlin. And now I'm perusing through their, articles and everything like that trying to see what they got going on because they
We
showed
got
out like
Lady Tolo.
Star is a great song. It's a great vibey like R rap and B, I should say. It's rap and R&B. It's
Rap
that
and
that
B.
that nice mesh up of a collaborative rapper with an R&B singer. I feel like them two together could make quite a few great songs together. Like they meld well on that track. I really like Maggie's voice too.
I think it might have been Starter. You said this earlier about, like, if Samara Sen was to enter the group chat. I think because of how their voices mesh so well together, Samara Sen on that track would be she would destroy it in the best way.
Oh yeah.
Because it's just like
Oh
these
yeah.
are people that are so comfortable with their voice, but they also know how to fucking rap. So it's just like not only are you gonna pay attention to what I'm saying, how they choose to fluctuate their tones and their words because I feel like they low key be mixing up their flow like midway. It's unpredictable. And again, these are
Very.
always it's hard not to use sports analogies when talking about these people, which is again why our fucking album is called Starter. But it's like watching a great basketball player with the ball. You don't know what they're gonna do. If they could shoot, if they could dribble, if they could go, if they got good handles, like
It's
they
like
can play
watching
all
Angel
5
Wilson play
positions.
or Angel
You
Reese.
know what I mean? Angel, you know what I'm saying? Like, what they finna do for real? Like, I'm trying to find out. So I feel like this gives me hope in music, honestly, for the other people, the younger people that are coming in, because I know hip hop and rap are has been the biggest, longest battle. Like, is hip hop dead? Like, what's going on with women in rap? Like, We ain't even gonna get into the controversy about Spin That with Young Miami, but it's just like so many people have so many opinions about women in hip hop, but it's just like, bruh, there are women that are still alive keeping this thing breathing. Y'all just might not know where they are or where to find them, but I'm excited for
And
Mute.
it's not even just having an opinion on rap, it's having the most opinion about women in rap. Y'all always not y'all, I'm not going to generalize, but so many people assume that all women talk about is what we got between our
Popping their
legs,
coochie oochie
you know what I'm
oochie.
saying, what we can do sexually, pussy rap essentially, you know what I'm saying? And honestly, if that was the case, so what? Is she talking about it in a way that she's rapping good as fuck? Is she barring it up? Is she giving you 11 different types of ways to talk about her pussy? At the end of the day, it's still skillful. What are you being
Right,
a hater about? Like,
right.
somebody is going to enjoy this music. If it's not you, cool, move on. We got different choices though. It's more than that in women in rap. It's way more than
Mm,
that. And I am so happy to be a part of a platform that exposes people to that because, like I said a couple episodes ago, I didn't know half these shorties, a good chunk of them. I knew a few people, but my algorithm wasn't trying to show me nothing but men. Because my favorite artist is
mm,
Kendrick Lamar and Isaiah Rashad. Like, they gonna show me them folk, you know. But now
yeah.
that I've been seeing more women, and now that I've been liking and interacting with more women content, now I'm seeing nothing but the ladies, and I love
No,
it. I
for
love
real.
it because we have such a wide variety of different skill sets. Like, you got the Maya the Dons, you got the Samara Sins, you got the Connie Diamonds. All three of them, completely different spectrums.
Mhm,
All of them hard though.
mhm.
Like,
All of them hard.
all of them
All of
hard.
them hard.
And then we got Mute, who out of nowhere, and this is another thing I love about women in rap. Mute had a baby. While she was going through her whole process of being pregnant, she made, I like to call them the trimester tracks. She made a track
Oh,
for
I did
each
see the cover art for
trimester,
that.
talking to her kids, talking to her son. I thought that was beautiful. I don't see many male rappers doing shit like that.
Mhm.
So, like, as a woman, as a mother, that in itself made me feel so seen, and I wish that more women in hip hop were exposed just for other women to have that same similar feeling. You feel me? Like, to feel
Mhm.
that connection with hip hop, cuz most women go R&B, pop, you feel me?
Mhm.
Not a lot of women love rap. I've grown up in rap. So I had no choice but to love it. But I never realized not a lot of people, not a lot of women in my generation rock with rap like that. And now we can give
Turn
them
that off, turn that
women to
down.
listen
Like, that's what
to.
the older right. That's what the older generation would say, like, "I don't wanna hear all that, da 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 da," but it's just like, you're missing messages. You know what I mean? Like, you're missing something that you might not even know that you needed to hear because it
Mhm.
sounds a particular way. So it's just like you said, like if it's too heavy on the pussy rap, they don't want to hear. But if it's too heavy on the introspection or introspective wave, then it's just like, oh, like it's just woman emotions and da 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 da. But it's just like, yo, like we can give you either side. We could give you this. We can give you that. Th- those who get it. Those who get it. Like, I ain't trying to push nothing on nobody no more. Imma listen to this good playlist, and Imma keep it pushing, and Imma keep it moving. So, but I would say some other artists, honestly, that I heard when I listened to this might take you for a loop. But I feel like she would do really well with Erykah Badu and Summer Walker.
Oh yeah. Cuz
I'm
Erica be
like,
on her rap and beat shit too. Erica can spit. Nah. And Summer,
yeah.
she's definitely a rap songstress. I feel like
Mhm,
she collabs well with rappers, other female rappers. Like, I love whenever her and Cardi link up. I love whenever her and any female rapper links up. Honestly,
yeah.
I love Summer, to be honest. Summer's
I
awesome.
feel like Mute was just and I feel like this was Erykah Badu in her time when she first came out. Um, the question was beginning to ask, like, "What genre is this? Like, what are you doing?" And it's just like it was ahead of their time. Like it was a little bit of this, it was a little bit of that. But at the
Mhm.
heart of it was hip hop. Like at the heart of it, like the rhythm, the beat, what you're getting is soulful. Like it's storytelling, it's rhyme schemes, it's poetry, it's spoken word, it's something. And I feel like sometimes there is no box for what
Mhm.
women have to offer. It just is. Like it's the birth of something.
Pretty much. I mean, we are women. We birth the world. It makes
It,
sense.
it makes sense. It makes sense. But yeah,
Ain't no
I would
world
say
without us
too
in it.
that part. I went back because again, like this was a new artist for me, and I wanted to see like, dang, like okay, this is her in 2026. I saw she dropped something in 2022 called Piggy Bank. So I was like, all right, let me make sure I put that on the queue to if this is the earliest start with Spotify showing me. Shorty was spitting. Shorty was spitting. I was like, this is how she first
Mhm.
came out. Like, this makes sense that she sounds the way that she do in 2026. And then I went back because I saw that she was featured on a lot of other people's stuff as well in 2025 and 2026. Held her own weight. Held her own weight. Like
Mhm.
there was nothing that I heard where I was like, oh, mid or like, oh, okay. Every track that I've heard her on, I'm like, she got it. Like, she got it.
Mhm.
One that I wrote down was something called Stay Dangerous. She was a feature on there. Roy Kinsley, I'm not sure if that's how you say his name,
Yeah.
but I wrote it down
I
because that
heard
was
that
one of the
one.
ones where I was just like,
I
"Yo,
heard
this
that
is
one.
straight fire." So, again, I ain't got nothing
Nose
crazy to
flared,
say
just
about Shorty, but it takes some time. It took me some time. Again, she did have to grow on me. Like, when I listened to it the first way through, I was just like, "Oh, okay. All right." Listen to it a second time, I was like, "Oh, okay, okay, okay." Listen to it a third time, it was just like, you it her voice is a voice that you do have to pay close attention to because it's not monotone.
you
It's
know
not
what? I felt that way about so many major male artists as well. Like Kendrick
mm,
Lamar, I didn't really like his voice in the beginning. The first song I heard of his was Cut You Off, and I was just like, oh, he sounds a little whiny. But now he's my GOAT. And then also West Side Boogie is another one that I was just like,
mm.
his voice sound a little whiny. I don't know. I don't know if I like, but it's like the
It's
bars just
something
kind of
about
like,
it. Yeah, and it honestly, I will go
and
as
they
far as
play with
saying of
their voice
like,
too.
yeah, it's like like one of I know she's controversy, but whose art I appreciate Doja Cat. Shorty could sound like 5 different people on one track. That's an artist to me. Like it makes
True
you
story.
pay attention. Like this is an art. What you're doing with your voice is an art. You can sing if you want to. You can rap it with this kind of character voice or this kind of character voice, and it truly is an art form of what you could do with your voice alone. So when you match your voice
It's
and your pen
definitely an
game,
attention grabber too.
mhm, it makes you say like, what the fuck you got going on? Like, what you gonna do next? So it's one thing to have a voice that is different from the masses. It's another thing when you have a message behind it. So I
Mhm.
think that's why I stuck around to really appreciate Mute's art because it's just like I can appreciate your voice now because you're telling me that you can do a lot with it. This is a choice that you're
Mhm.
making. Like you're choosing to sound like this and it grabs my attention. And again, I feel like that's how we're also able to appreciate the production and the producer. It's just like I bet producers are happy to work with you because when you listen to the album, it's all different kind of sounds on there.
It's it's something that I really appreciate when rappers do is when they're using your voice as an instrument because you got to know, you got to be able to understand pitch, key and tone in order to play with your voice and do different inflections to that degree to where you sound like a totally different person or you at a higher pitch or a lower pitch or you know what I'm saying, like you got to know how to work your vocal cords essentially. You got to have
Mm,
some practice. 9 times out of 10,
100%.
you're probably ADHD or neurodivergent, and you probably been practicing doing this shit in your bathroom where the good sound is. You know what I'm saying? Hearing the echoes and shit. Like,
Yeah. One of
100%
those
believe
Easter
that's
egg
probably
moments
a
in the
part of your
mirror.
origin story, right?
Yeah.
So it's like it's something that you got to kind of understand. Like even rappers got to know something about pitch. Even rappers got to know something
Mm.
about tone. You know, like if you want to know how to rap over a beat or blend into your production well, you got to understand the intricacies behind it. You feel me? At least if you're a true student of the craft. It's a lot of people that just jump into
Mm.
this shit just because somebody said they can, but we're not gonna go there. Um, but she's
But
one of those
becoming
people that I feel
one
like
with
is a real
the
student.
mhm, mhm, becoming one
Oh, go
with the
ahead.
music. I think that's one of the comments we even made on the Samara Sin episode is that you become the beat.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to be able to pick apart different sounds and different things that's happening within the production and finding it and then writing it, it's just like that's the true art form of music right there. Like, you become one with the beat, and at that
Mm-hmm.
point, it's like, you can make anything.
And
You
I'm
can
a
literally
big
make
fan of
anything.
ad libs too. I love it when they have they have fun with the ad libs in the background. I'll be
Yeah.
listening to like what they
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Ad libs be
Yeah.
crazy. Like, oh, just to give an example, that J Rock and Kendrick Lamar song "When." This nigga, I don't know why Kendrick Lamar in the background talking about mommy. Like, what was you talking? What? But it fits the song. Like, and it's so
Just
fun to
doing
listen
shit.
to.
Just
Just
doing
doing
shit.
shit, right?
Just doing shit.
I love when people do that though. I love when they have fun in the background of the track as well, but it makes sense on the song. And just
Mhm.
like for one, just doing background vocals in general. She was doing some of her own background vocals as well. Like I heard Mute was singing. Like she was vocalizing, she was doing her thing. So like to be able to kind of be that dual threat type situation is another
Dual
talent in
threat.
itself.
Yeah. And then again, if you out here already breaking through people's algorithms, shorty, you a problem. You're a problem. Not
Mhm.
only are you doing your thing as an artist, but you're doing the marketing and promotion aspect as well. Yeah, you a problem. Appreciate that.
Right. And once the
And
streamers get it, it's up. Like the
yeah,
streamers that got hold of her shit now. I think Ab sold and her stuff because during his streaming thing, Curtis, one of the big reactors, what's his name? Curtis, I can't remember his last name. Curtis King or something like that. I don't know. Either way it goes, a lot of the streamers got hold of her stuff. Like, and I've been seeing her numbers go up ever since. And she's always in the comments when they're listening to it. So she's watching that people are paying attention. I love how, that's another thing I want to say. I really love how interactive she is. She talks to her fan base or even people that's just now discovering her, no matter how big she's blown up so far, because I've
yeah.
seen where her account started versus where it is now. She interacts with as many people as she can, one on one type shit. So I really, really do appreciate when people are still receptive to the people that are listening to their music and are
Mhm.
the reason why they're blowing up the way they are now. Like she ain't afraid to get in them comments and be like, yup, exactly. Like
For sure. Well, Mute, we appreciate you for what you're doing. We're excited for you. Keep doing your thing. Shout out to the women in Chicago talking they shit. And shout out to Mouse for
Fat
putting us
Town, hold
on.
it down.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. I'm looking forward to more people being on our platform, our playlist. And again, as we always have said, if y'all know some people out there, specifically women in hip hop, that is doing their big one, that's doing their thing, this is their season, send them our way. We would love to hear them. We would love to put them on the playlist. We would love to talk to them about their projects, past projects, present projects, future projects, all of it. Tap in with the OK Sis platform.